Hello, everybody. It's Big Al with more content, Lord of the Rings, Rise to War. And as promised, I'm going to do a video on some evil side commanders. This one is going to be on Shadow. He is probably the most unique commander in the game. So let's go into him and I'll take a look. See, there's many ways to build Shadow. We're going to go to his skills. First, probably his most important skill, his R4, which is Shape of the Void. So when it's maxed out with all 10 points, you get a 90% chance to gain dual blows for the first 6 rounds. That's going to be huge. There's multiple ways to build him. If you're going to build him for just commander attack physical damage, or if you're going to throw in some focus as well, because part of his skill set has focus. So with Shape of the Void, you're gaining dual blows. You're gaining 10 commander attack at level 5, which is good. And then normal attack damage plus 15% for 10 rounds. Okay, so you're dealing normal attack damage. Then you gain the dual blows. You're gaining an extra 30% damage every round. His R2 skill, Hunting Expert. And this one adds commander attack. This is one of the skills that make him the most unique, because he can add commander attack and it stacks up to 8 times. So this is more for a non-roleplay server, but say your enemy is using Sauron or Witch King that do debuff. Well, they debuff commander attack, commander focus, okay, commander defense. Well, you lose, say 25 to 40 commander attack. That's a big chunk. Well, with this skill, he's gaining it back. No other damage dealing commander in the game can do this. So then we're going to go to Undertaker. Normal attacks deal 66% to 2 enemy formations. Maxed out is 120%. Then at level 5, it attacks 3 targets. Level 10, commander attack plus 5. Really, for level 10, only 5 attack, that's really not much. But, so, his normal attacks deal 120% physical damage to 3 formations. Well, guess what? With Shape of the Void, he's got a 90% chance to do dual blows, plus an extra 15% damage on normal attack. So, you're doing 240% physical damage if you get the dual blows, plus the 30% to 3 formations. Then there's his other R0 skill, Black Numenorian. This one, normal attacks inflict an additional 18 to 180% focus damage. Level 5, the target loses minus 10 defense. Level 10, minus 10 attack. Okay, those are okay, I guess. Target's defense minus 10, that's a good one. But here's the thing. It all depends on how you want to build him. If you want to build him straight for physical damage, or if you want to do kind of a hybrid build and do physical and focus damage, it's up to you. I think his physical damage is easier to build for. Also, you're going to do more damage with the physical than you are with the focus, in my opinion. So if I'm building him, first and foremost, the Shape of the Void gets maxed out. Then looking at Undertaker. Okay, right there, there's most of his physical damage. Okay, now from here, it's all on what you want to do. I would probably put 1 point in Black Numenorian, I'm not worried about that 18% focus damage, but what I am worried about is clearing White Council, which Shadow is great at doing because of his R5 skill that gives him dual blows. So I would put 1 point in Black Numenorian, and then I would start pumping points into Hunting Expert, because this stacks. Plus, when you get to level 5, you're gaining initiative as well. So not only is he gaining dual blows for the first 6 rounds, he's getting stronger each round. But attack plus 5 each time damage is dealt. Well, you're doing dual blows because of the R5, so you're actually doing damage 2 or 4 times because of how many formations per round. So he could have, if you had it maxed out, he could have plus 80 attack on round 2, 3, somewhere around there. But let's be practical and conservative and say he can get all of his stacks in by round 4. Okay? Well, then you're having 2 rounds where he has plus 80 attack and you're getting dual blows. So, with that being said, now it comes down to equipment. Well, I'm going to go with my good gold set and show you. So, with my good gold set, I do have some unit defense, and the purpose for that is keep my troops alive longer. Okay, so if you're doing just a physical build, you're looking for commander attack and commander damage. Okay, one good thing about this is this does have focus. If I want a little bit more focus, I could always put the Drums of Barad-dûr on to help that 18%, or if I decided to, instead of only doing like 1 point in here and say 3 points in here. That's another way to do it. Let me pull these up. Put the 1 point in there because, again, trying to kill White Council. Maybe put 3 points in there because with the debuff, if you're, say, about 210 commander attack or so, if you get debuffed by Sauron, you're going to go down to, say, 170, 168. So right there, you're going to gain 24 commander attack. Well, that gets you up to 192. Then depending on what units you have, that might get you over 200, or if you're running Shark Blade set, that's going to get you an extra 10 or 24 attack as well. So that gets you above 200, because 200 is really where you want to be above, because that's where the big damage starts happening. So I have that. The best in slot purple gear for him would be right here. And I'm going to show you what set I would like, that I personally like. I would build him, if I'm building him with purple, and I had my absolute choice of set effects, I would be using a Shark Blade, again, because of all those debuffs from Sauron and Witch King. And then Perseverance, because Perseverance stacks up throughout the fight. So the later rounds, you're doing more damage dealt. Well, later rounds, he's going to have that plus 40 or 80, whatever commander attack from his R2 skill. So that adds up. So even right now, let's not talk about the debuff, okay? And this right here would be an R4 if he was only respect 4, but mine's respect 10, so I have extra points. Me personally, I would put 5 points in there, and then I would put 5 points in here with where I'm at. But say I have the attack plus 5 up to 8 stacks. That's plus 40. Okay? That plus 40 gets me up to 200. The Sharp Blade gets me up to 210. Okay? And like I said, 200 attack is kind of that sweet spot to where you're doing major damage. Nowadays, you want to get higher than that because of the debuffs from Sauron, Witch King, okay, where they're taking off 20, 40 attack, defense, etc. So, right there's the Shadow. One other interesting build that I've seen was kind of still doing, let me get this set in here, doing something like this, where you're building a combination of commander attack and focus. So with the Blazing Tongue, I'm getting my commander damage, commander attack, and commander focus. And then with the Drums of Barad-dûr, again, I'm getting some more focus out of it. I'm getting the plus 10 attack from the Sharp Blade set. So if that was the case, I already used my free one. So if that was the case, then maybe I would only put 3 points in Hunting Expert and then start loading up Black Numenorian. Or say 2 points in Hunting Expert. But I do definitely want a couple points in there because the dual blows and everything, I'm going to get that extra attack, which is going to help me do more damage. So that's one way to do it. If you're going to do more of a kind of a hybrid commander attack, commander focus build, you would want just a couple points in Hunting Expert because, again, you are going to do more physical damage than you are focus damage. So you still want to kind of steer towards that, but you can also add more focus damage by loading up Black Numenorian. But no matter what, you want Shape of the Void first, Undertaker. Okay? So there's a couple different builds, a couple different gear choices. Again, make the most out of what you got.